On the domestic commodities market scene, we're looking at yogurt. While the global yogurt market is anticipated to exhibit robust performance in the near future, as factors including raw material affluence, reduced economic volatility, rapidly increasing yogurt demand, growing product awareness, population rise, and growth in disposable income are fueling the market with substantial growth. Now, the global yogurt market has also been influencing its peers and parent markets and is likely to pose an impact on the international economic structure. Well, let's look at how this segment of the commodities market is faring. One of the research analysts with financial derivatives company, Tobiloba Ogunbolu, will tell us more. Hello, Toby. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chineze.
So yogurt is a widely consumed breakfast delicacy. In Nigeria, there has been a significant increase in the demand for yogurt and soy milk products. What is responsible for this growth in the demand?
So yogurt is a low-fat dairy product that is mostly consumed as a breakfast in Nigeria and is mostly consumed by the elite. So there's been an increase in demand for this commodity, and this is due to a couple of factors. So one, we've seen that there's been an increase in this commodity. First of all, we've seen that there's been an increase in this commodity, and then we've also seen that there's been innovation in variants, because we've seen a lot of producers come up with different variants. We've seen strawberry yogurt, we've seen vanilla yogurt, we've seen chocolate yogurt, and all that. So the increase in different variants of this commodity has propelled growth. We've also seen that the increase in urbanization and population, this has also fueled the demand for this commodity. Then lastly, and most importantly, we've seen that due to the health benefits that this commodity gives, first of all, it has high calcium, which is good for bone development. Then secondly, it also helps in reducing the risk of high blood pressure and heart attack in general. So the fact that the health benefits of this commodity has several health benefits, then we've seen the demand for this commodity increase.
Despite of the growth in demand, the average price of a cup of yogurt is approximately 1,000 naira. That's a 10% decrease from 1,100 at the beginning of the year. What is the reason for this anomaly, and how will this affect the performance of companies such as Wamco, Seaway, and Chi Limited that produce this commodity in Nigeria?
Okay, so like you said, this is an anomaly because on a normal day, if the demand for a commodity increases, then the price should also follow in tandem. So we've seen a decline in price by about 10% to 1,000 naira due to the fact that there has been lots of producers in the industry. We've seen an increase in entrance of producers in the industry. We've also seen that, like for example, Wamco, which is a producer of a new yogurt, which is thick yogurt, just entered the market too. Coupled with Seaway, we have Chi also. So the fact that there have been numerous entrants in the market, we've seen the price of this commodity increase in spite of the increase in the demand for this commodity. So what this means for producers such as Wamco and Chi and Seaway is that they would see like a decline in their revenue as prices increases.
Okay, so yogurt is preserved and stored in a refrigerated environment, which presumes a steady supply of electricity. How are manufacturers coping with irregular power supply?
Okay, so the shelf life of yogurt for the sealed and properly refrigerated one is about 5 to 8 weeks. And however, if it is unsealed, and it's just best to consume it like immediately. So the factors that affect some of the challenges that producers face is power supply. We've seen that the grid has collapsed about 8 times in the first quarter of this year. So this has been a really big constraint for producers of yogurt. And as this happens, we've seen more producers shift to the use of, say, the use of generators to refrigerate. And we've also seen some of them use solar panels. And some have even gone to the length of installing their own gas plants. So due to this, we've seen more producers incur more expenses in the industry.
All right, thank you, Toby, for your time.